Long-term residents of a local motel are fighting to stay put. They tell 25 Investigates the motel ordered them to pack up and move out. As investigative reporter Ted Daniel explains, ironically, the reason they were pushed out is so the state can turn the motel into an emergency homeless shelter.
The Best Western in Concord, Massachusetts agreed to lease all of its rooms to the state. The Department of Housing and Community Development, or DHCD, is expected to take over the property on March 1st. Long-term residents of the motel tell me they were the last to find out, and they fear they may now become homeless. In room 119, you'll find Paula Malamphy and her caretaker, Denise Barrett. Last week, they were told their extended stay would no longer be extended. How much time did they give you to pack up and get out?
The first time, 3 days.
They paid $2,400 a month. It includes breakfast.
I'm handicapped and my caregiver is 72. We gotta find a place. We can't just get out.
This is not the first time this has happened to them. In January, they say the Days Inn in Leominster gave them 2 hours to leave when a state contractor turned a section of that motel into a homeless shelter.
You're bringing homeless people in, you're sticking somebody out on the street, and they're going to be homeless. So what kind of exchange is that?
A DHCD spokesperson says the state's emergency family shelter system is at capacity, and 1,100 rooms are needed to meet increasing demand. The Best Western will accommodate people for as long as 4 months, with a special focus on pregnant mothers and infants.
Hi, Ms. Barrett. You want us to come in?
State Representative Simon Cataldo represents the Concord area. He says a solution is in the works.
I think the details of that are still being ironed out, but DHCD has been very clear with ownership that these people ought to be able to stay, and my expectation and intention is that they will be able to stay. 25 Investigates contacted the motel's owner. He says he's working with residents, but declined to provide specifics. Bill Glidden says it's too little too late for him. He's been here for 2 years. He says he wasn't made aware he could stay until after he took a job out of state.
I wasn't happy at all, but because of him kicking me out, I do know exactly where I'm going now. So he was the one that put the nail in the coffin. 25 Investigates asked DHCD if the agency was aware of the long-term residents when it leased the motel. We did not get an answer to that question, but a spokesperson now tells me Best Western residents will be allowed to stay at a fair rate. If they choose to relocate, DHCD will provide assistance. For 25 Investigates, I'm Ted Daniel.